Hey guys, welcome back to Dad's Views. Today we're having a conversation about the sad news that Doctor Who has been cancelled. The BBC made the official announcement this week that they're not going to be producing a Christmas special. A new Doctor hasn't been chosen, and they're not moving forward with any of Russell T Davies and Bad Wolf Productions. Furthermore, Russell T Davies and Bad Wolf Productions have now left the franchise altogether. So let me just state that I have been a Doctor Who fan since the 70s, since 1978. I started watching probably around the age of 6 years old, and I'm very much of the Tom Baker generation that would hide behind the sofa because the Daleks were on screen. I've always loved Doctor Who. Now, the quality has sort of gone in peaks and troughs over the years. Sylvester McCoy um, got a lot of bad press during his time as the Doctor, as his generation. But looking back now, we can clearly see that his storylines, the stories, the scripts, the character arc, and the acting quality was actually very good. Um, but let's jump forward to the new era. Where do I stand? Well, I enjoyed it. I really, really liked it. I was absolutely thrilled when the BBC brought it back. I loved the Christopher Eccleston. I loved David Tennant. I loved Matt Smith. Peter Capaldi, for me as an actor, he's amazing. I'm a big, big fan. He can act his socks off. The quality is all there. All the ensemble cast were amazing. All the companions, Doctor's companions, I loved. The storylines, some of the episodes I didn't enjoy, but generally the quality was there. So what changed for me? Well, Chris Chibnall and Jodie Whittaker. And I'm not actually slating Jodie Whittaker as an actor, because I believe Chris Chibnall and the production team let her down badly. I think the scripts became poor. The story arcs, the character improvements just didn't happen. I think it all became about virtual signaling and woke social commentary. It became far less about good, fun, adventure, and science fiction, and more about the latest messaging that they needed to preach to us. Now, clearly, that that controversial side to the last couple of seasons had a impact on the fan base. The majority of the base started to move away and stop watching it. The evidence is there. The BBC's own statistics on audience figures show that the very, very loyal fan base were turned off by the new incarnation, the new tonal change, the virtual signaling. Every time we saw a new episode, it was, oh my God, not again. Can't we just have a bit of fun with the Daleks and an adventure on an alien world? It was ridiculous. So, what has that led to? That led to the BBC partnership with Disney in the last two seasons. Bad Wolf Productions and Disney partnered together to create the Shooty Gatwa last two seasons and one special. And what can I say? It was absolute disaster. Rather than Russell T Davies, who returned to improve and turn the decline down, he decided to follow Chris Chibnall's example and double down on the virtual signaling, on the woke agenda, on the social commentary. Now, I have got no problem with shows making commentary on modern social aspects of life. All right, it's very relevant, but for me, it's not relevant in an historical science fiction drama series, adventure series. If you want to make serious commentary on social cohesion with different aspects of society in general, start creating and producing documentaries, please. Do not put it in our beloved franchises. All I want to see is to tune in to see the Doctor and his companions on an alien world fighting the latest villain. I don't need to be lectured on I don't know, the subjects that they did in the last couple of seasons were ridiculous. It just absolutely um, disingenuous to the historical canon of Doctor Who and the fan base in general. Um, and I think I can pinpoint when this actually started, and that was the notorious and very controversial The Timeless Child episode. It completely pissed on all for decades of canon. It really upset the fan base. I understand you want to bring in a new audience to move the show forward, but you don't destroy what you've already built, right? You build up, you don't burn the ground floor level, okay? It was just wrong. And I don't know who authorised it, and I don't know why the BBC chose to allow it, because ultimately it's their product that you destroyed. But The Timeless Child and that story arc really upset the fan base. For me, the Doctor is a Gallifreyan who stole a TARDIS, stole the little blue box, and went on adventures in the universe. And that's it. So where do we go from here? The show's been put into hiatus until the BBC can find another willing partner that can partly fund the production costs. Because the reality is, Doctor Who as a science fiction show with all its special effects requires a lot of money to produce. Even if they took it back to the 1980s values of set building and minimal practical effects, it still costs a lot of money to produce. So they need a new partner that are willing to upfront and produce the show with the BBC. Will they get someone? We don't know. Will we get another Doctor? We don't know. Are we as a fan base angry about the arrogance of the two showrunners that ran the show into the ground? Me personally, I'm very angry. I have got no objection if Russell T Davies wants to make other shows about social commentary on homophobia or any element that he feels strongly about. I actually openly encourage him to. But what I don't want him is to run a beloved science fiction adventure show for families into the ground with his agenda, with his advocacy for a subject that shouldn't have been in the show. That's my opinion. I feel very strongly about it. Let me hear what your opinions are. Please comment below. And if you like my content, please like, share and subscribe. Ring that bell, all right? I really appreciate it. Okay, guys, that's it for now. Doctor Who knows? Thank you very much. Bye for now.